It's been 1 week since Tony Khan almost died after receiving a shotgun blast-like punch to the gut. What will happen tonight on Dynamite? Is Tony Khan still alive? And will the Elite address their actions from last week? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your AEW Dynamite preview. The 1st of May. We are into May. The first 4 months are gone. So we're a third into the year already. We're now moving into May. Is it going to be a good month for wrestling? Can AEW get us off to a good start? Or is it going to be shite, like every other month for the past, I don't know, 2,000 months?
We'll have to wait and see, but you guys are going to have to stay and hear our thoughts on Dynamite. It's been a mess for Tony Khan the past few months, but you know what? I've liked talking about it. As bad as it's been, at least it's not boring.
I tell you what, I actually prefer talking about AEW than WWE.
Yep, never thought I'd say that, but...
At least AEW is interesting. Tony Khan is making all these like dumb decisions, embarrassing himself and the company. I mean, you've got Chris Jericho with this midlife crisis. Edge coming out, cutting that fucking garbage promo like 3 weeks ago, where he was basically just repeating everything Tony Khan wanted to say on the mic but isn't capable. You do get like a lot of funny shit. Well, it's not funny, but you laugh at it nonetheless. So
I think that's a key difference. So WCW was going up against Prime WWE. When AEW is doing this disaster stuff, it's going up against a WWE that's boring.
You know what? I mean, how good would it be though, right? If Tony Khan just stepped away, hired someone that knew what they were doing, and AEW just had like a total refresh, or if we got like a brand new wrestling company but with the sort of finances that AEW have. It'd be great if we could actually get a company that could rival WWE.
We don't need a brand new company, we just need the correct people in charge of AEW.
I know, but you don't think AEW's kind of tainted?
It's saturated. I know, I get that. Brand new would be better, but at least there's a bit of history to it now.
I mean, if I was in charge of AEW, I'd want to cut the roster by 50%, but I can't imagine you can just do that with all the contracts and stuff. So, but yeah, anyway, let's talk about tonight's show. We ain't in charge of AEW, and Tony Khan definitely isn't giving up that position anytime soon. So, unless, I don't know, I was going to say unless we get a billionaire buying TNA, but it doesn't matter. TNA sucks anyway.
TNA.
Everyone that made TNA great can barely walk anymore, so it's like, you know, what good are we going to get for that company?
And it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah, so anyway, let's get into the lineup for tonight. As things currently stand, there is no mention of Tony Khan, no mention of the Buckaroos, no mention of Okada, and no mention of Jack Perry. So I don't get it. The biggest angle they've had, even though it was shit, it's the biggest thing they've had in a long time.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest thing they've had since Punk left and all the controversy around All Out or All In or whatever that show was called.
Well, it's probably the biggest thing since they showed the footage. I'd argue the footage was bigger than Tony Khan getting attacked.
I mean, well, it was, but you get my point. That's CM Punk related.
Aye. No, I get that.
This is probably the biggest thing AEW's had in well over a year, if we don't include CM Punk, and there is no sign, but there was no follow-up on Collision. That's why I think it was a disaster. Collision got the big advantage of coming in from the lead-in of the NBA basketball game, and I think they should have addressed that situation then. Have Tony Khan come out, I don't know, threaten to fire them, or have Jack Perry come out and address Tony Khan why he done it. I think they should have done something like that. That's the biggest angle they've got. That's the hottest angle they've got. That's the angle that everybody was talking about, yet they had Swerve Strickland cut a garbage promo, and they're not following it up tonight. I mean, that seems to be... This is like a WWE tactic. You've got something good, then you just ignore it for a few weeks.
Why?
In this case, it's not necessarily AEW's got something good, but they've got something that people are talking about.
Controversy.
Creates cash. So yeah, no mention of Khan, no mention of the Elite. What we do have though is 2 title matches. First up, FTW Championship. Chris Jericho versus Katsuyori Shibata. Title on the line.
Oh, I care so much about this. The Learning Tree taking on the Japanese Shibata.
Do you think Shibata will be able to climb that tree, climb every branch to the very top and defeat Chris Jericho?
I hope he chops it down.
There you go. I think Chris Jericho will win though.
Yeah, what are they doing with Jericho, man? Have a word with themselves. What is going on?
And up next, we have the TNT Championship. It is a Cope Open. Adam Copeland has challenged one member of the House of Black, so this feud continues.
I feel like we haven't seen Edge in weeks.
He's just been getting dragged in with Mark Briscoe and that other
And he
guy.
actually took the pin as well in that pay-per-view.
Who's it gonna be? What member of the House of Black? It'll probably be Buddy Murphy, won't it?
Yep. I mean, Edge deserves so much better, but here he's getting paid for it, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, the money's good, so I mean, that's a consolation. I've seen Nash make a video about AEW and he just buried it with the amount of belts that they have. He said every fucker's got a belt.
He's right.
Every time you see somebody come to the ring, they've got a belt.
It's just not important.
And
Right.
that is true. I mean, it's like, you're more likely to see somebody, like, belts are supposed to be important. When you see somebody with a belt, you're supposed to think, oh, they must be good. They've got a belt. Literally half the roster in AEW's got belts.
Like, why is Jericho rocking about with an FTW title? Like, what are we doing? Come on.
Should have just beat that. That was a way to retire that title. Get it off hook, retire it, never bring it back.
Yep.
Garbage title anyway. Anyway, we have Maria May taking on Serena Deeb.
No, see if we move further though. See the way WWE retires titles? I don't see this company doing that. I think Tony Khan's too much of a mark to do that. WWE has scrapped hundreds of titles. Unified hundreds. AEW whips out a new title every couple of weeks.
And never gets rid of them.
No.
I mean, I reckon you give AEW maybe another year and there'll be enough titles for every member of the
It's
roster.
like uncontrolled immigration for fucking titles in AEW.
Slow that number down. Build the wall. Anyway, right, Maria May taking on Serena Deeb. I'm going to go Serena Deeb.
I'm gonna go Serena Deeb. I don't know. I know I always say, oh, she's there every week, and then you're, oh, she was injured for 2 years. Can they just release her, man? She's too old. Move on.
You know, she's not actually that old. She just looks really old. I think she's
old is old.
I think she's only 36.
That's old. Enough.
Ah, well, she looks about 46.
She does.
Anyway, up next, Samoa Joe taking on Aisa Cassidy.
Why is Samoa Joe not getting, like...
A rematch?
Yeah.
Why is he no interest in getting his belt back?
Why is he taking it? Fucking...
But that's not...
This company couldn't run a bath, man.
Yeah, but WWE's like that as well. Roman Reigns loses the belt, he just disappears. Gunther loses the belt, disappears.
Yep.
Oh, come on, it is. WWE's just as bad.
That...
So what happened to back in the day when somebody lost a belt, their priority was to fucking win it straight back?
Yeah.
I want my rematch, I want another shot.
At least if WWE, though, with the brand split, at least if Gunther went to SmackDown, it's like, well, he can't get Sami Zayn. You fucking can get Sami Zayn. There's no excuse not to get Sami Zayn.
Look at Io Sky, lost her belt to Bayley. Hasn't got a sniff for a rematch, and for some reason it's Naomi and Tiffany Stratton getting pushed right in there.
About Japanese.
No, like, what's the point?
No, what is the point?
See, if people aren't interested in winning the belt back, obviously it was never important to begin with.
No.
See, when Triple H lost the belt, you felt like it was almost like if he didn't win it back within a month, he would die.
Aye. I need it. I can't breathe without my nose is that fucking big. I need it.
It was almost like a game, and it was literally game over if Triple H couldn't get his belt back in a short period of time.
Time to play the game.
I mean, nowadays people lose their belts, and it's as if they've never held it.
Aye.
They just disappear, then they come back. Like Samoa Joe, I think this is the first time we're seeing him since Dynasty.
Yep.
Is he even going to address the fact that he lost the belt? I bet he doesn't even mention it.
That's everything wrong with it, though.
Should we not be getting a promo with Samoa Joe saying...
No, but Dynamite's had 3 fucking shows with no brand split, man. And it's like, he hasn't appeared on any of them. I'm not expecting him to appear on Rampage, but come on.
Well, we had someone comment saying that Rampage is the second show. I don't know what they're smoking. Anyway, I'm going to go for a Samoa Joe win.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Samoa Joe. Why would he lose?
Right, we have Brian Cage taking on Claudio Cascanoli.
Ring of Honor. Brian Cage, you step into the Ring of Honor, and I honor your ring.
I am going for Claudio Cascanoli.
I'm going for Claudio.
Right, we're not getting Tony Khan, but could we have somebody in Tony Khan's place? Because tonight we get the return of Kenny Omega. Is he going to come out and defend Tony Khan's honour? Or is he going to try and wrestle a 9-year-old girl? What's Kenny Omega going to do tonight?
Well, Tony Khan has the physique of a 9-year-old girl. And the mentality.
Yeah, but no, it was mental. See as skinny and small as Tony Khan was, he looked the same as Jack Perry in the box.
No, he did, to be fair. Also, shout out to Darby Allin, because it turns out he actually saved that guy's show he went to. He pushed him at the road and took the bus for him.
Don't know if that makes him a good guy or a fucking mongoloid, like, but fair play, Darby Allin. Rest up soon, mate. I tell you what, no, Darby Allin's done well because that other guy probably wouldn't have took the bump.
No, that's what he said. He said that guy can probably walk as it is. So,
Wait, hold on. Let's see what Darby Allin's like when he's Foley's age.
down out.
By the way, Foley coming back for one more match next year.
See the start of Foley's entrance music. That's the bus hitting Darby Allin. Down out.
We're both going Claudio, yeah.
Aye.
Right. Kenny Omega is that ring is sacred.
Kenny Omega likes sticking fingers in people's rings.
Well, that's true. Is he going to stick his fingers into this? Tony?
Hold on. Forget about Orange Cassidy to speak. What? That's a fucking selling point.
Well, the guy doesn't speak.
I freshly squeezed. That orange went ripe fucking years ago.
Squeeze him back to fucking TNA or something. Squeeze him down the drain. Right, Kenny Omega, will he be friend or foe for Tony Khan? Will he side with the boss? Will he side with the Elite? Or will he have nothing to do with...
Well, if he sides with the Elite, it's going to be pretty pish. You need someone to go against the Elite.
But do you think he's even going to address that, or are they just trying to pop a rating?
Pop a rating with this guy. I don't think they've got the capabilities of turning Kenny Omega heel.
He is Canadian, isn't he?
What's that going to do with him?
I'm in Canada tonight.
And
you've got two Canadians defending their titles.
But the ratings don't matter in Canada. It's only about the good old America.
Alright, Orange Cassidy to speak.
Kevin Nash buried him. He said a guy with that physique shouldn't have his hands in his pockets beating up big guys, and I totally fucking agree. I don't what. Yeah,
you know what? It's one thing. Big Show coming out in his early 2000 attire with his shite jeans. See, if he put his hands in his pockets and he just did a big boot and beat some wee guy. You could believe it.
No.
See when Orange Cassidy, £150, has got his hands in his pockets.
No, it's an awful gimmick, right? Because even if two guys are pretty much built the same in average, right? If one of them has their hands in the pocket, the guy that doesn't is going to fucking win.
And it just buries the other people. You lost to a guy with his fucking hands in his pockets. I mean,
that's how you know this company ain't fucking serious, man. Are you trying to tell me if this guy was in the Rumble and the Undertaker come out, the Undertaker's going to start fucking selling for this guy? Could you imagine, man, if Maven drop kicked Undertaker with his hands in his pockets? Fuck it. See that?
But look at Maven, big fucking guy, like 6'3", something like that.
6'2",
6'2", must be about 230, 240 pounds.
Oh, it's just awful.
You know, big physique, big guy. Maven, I'm sure, could have been an athlete. Could have played in the NFL. You know, you look at Maven, he's got a good physique, good body, agile, athletic. Maven is somebody that you can believe with his athletic ability, despite being a rookie. He could cause an upset back. Him drop kicking the Undertaker over the top rope is very believable. Orange Cassidy standing in the ring while Taker joins him and not shitting his pants is unbelievable in my opinion.
But no, I don't get. Why does everyone when they receive his wee kicks, fucking... It's not that they sell it, they just don't do anything. It's like, the guy is ready to be clotheslined. JPL would have
take his head off,
and
I would have loved it.
I'd have been there for it.
I would have fucking loved it. Anyway, right, Orange Cassidy's going to speak, who cares? And Swerve Strickland's Double or Nothing Challenger is to be revealed. Now, is it being... Why not have a Battle Royal or number one contender match or something? Is it literally just going to be revealed?
But see if the Elite are taking over, why can't one of them... Why can't they take on Swerve Strickland? Why can't Okada take him on? Or is it because he's got one of the belts?
Fucking, what's that matter? Eddie Kingston had 3.
He did. Parfait won to hold his fucking flab in place.
That's the most important one.
It is,
that's probably the most prestigious belt.
Well, it's Eddie Kingston. I'm missing him.
No, we'll go that far. Also, we're not really doing a Rampage preview, but we'll just let you know that Jay White is taking on Dante Martin. Rampage.
I won't be there.
Anyway, right, that's your preview. Any final thoughts before we leave this? Are you excited for tonight's show?
No. I'm actually surprised Kenny Omega's returning so soon, considering it wasn't too long ago he was humped with stomach problems.
Anyway, will the battle cry begin tonight for Omega? We'll find out. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.